Welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Gabby.
And I'm Grayson Gildner.
So, very exciting news. Today is our 505th show.
Yes, it's so exciting. I heard about that when we were preparing for the show, and I was really surprised.
Yeah, because the whole Media Crossroads has been around for 5 years, but it moved into the library last year around this, or in December of last year. So, so it hasn't been around that long.
Yeah, still pretty new,
Yes.
which is exciting. And also what's so great and exciting recently has been the nice warm weather that we're having for spring.
I love spring. Spring is my favorite season.
Mm-hmm. I'm not as much into the rain at all, so I'm glad that we're finally getting some sunshine, which is really nice.
Yes.
But with the warm weather, it's so great because they also have a lot of really great summer treats and things like that. Recently, there's been a Fruit Loops shake been added to the menu, which is very interesting.
Burger King,
yes.
I'm not really a Burger King frequenter, but I may have to become one if this shake ends up being good.
Yes, I think I would definitely try it. I've tried a Skittles shake before, and actually surprisingly pretty good, not gonna lie. Good. So I will definitely try the Fruit Loops shake for sure.
Yes.
And in other good news, a Popeyes employee was awarded with a nursing tuition, which is really great. Let's take a look.
30 seconds talking to this girl the first time, and just able to notice that spark, and was able to confirm it yesterday when I came and talked to her manager yesterday, and then just seeing her today, I'm just like, yeah, she's the kind of person that a community boosting her life, her career, whatever she's already doing, I think is awesome. So,
oh man,
she gets out here. I don't know what she thinks. So that conversation was really short, right? Yes. But even just in that short time, I don't know what it was. Just noticed something about you, that spark. The fact that it was late, that you were tired, that I was tired, that you still treated me with just kindness and politeness. Oh my God. Yeah. So I went home and was eating my chicken, and then this thought just dawned on me. It's like, what if I paid for her to go to school?
Oh my gosh.
So I couldn't do that myself, so I just hit up my Facebook friends and told them the story. And so if you are willing to accept it, we want to pay for you to go to nursing school.
Woo! Woo!
I love light-hearted stories like
too.
that. I feel
incredible.
Like we really need them, with everything crazy that's been going on in the world.
Absolutely, and nursing is such a great occupation too. So that's incredible that she was given that opportunity.
Yes.
And also be sure to check out our Twitter question, which is, will the Royals be headed to the World Series anytime soon?
Yes.
Definitely check that out. Do you think that we will?
I'm not sure. I'm from Chicago, so I'm more of a Cubs fan, so I haven't really been following the Royals except for last year when they won. But
gotcha.
Maybe in the next 10 years or so, we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. Please go check it out and give us your thoughts. And when we're back, we'll be back with an interview.
Shop local in the heart of the city, you support the people that make our community thrive. The money you spend here stays here, in this place we call our home. Lawrence, Kansas, where there's good old-fashioned hometown pride. Eat local, drink local, shop local.
Welcome back. Our guest today is Tom Babb. He's a sophomore at the University of Kansas, and he was recently paralyzed last year during Christmas break. Tom, can you tell me about the accident?
Last winter break, as you said, I went to Maui on a family vacation with my whole family, and on the first day, I dove into a wave and just got paralyzed from the neck down. Yeah.
Oh gosh. And I understand that Beta, your fraternity, has renovated the house.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that? Did they totally?
Yeah. So I was in the hospital for a little while, and then I got a message from one of the guys that lives in the house, and he said that they're going to do renovations, and so they renovated the house and made all the doors automatic and stuff.
That's awesome.
And they made a room for me, or they pretty much renovated a room for me. It has a bathroom and just a few other necessities, and yeah, it's really cool. And also something I forgot to mention, they came out to Colorado when I was in the hospital and initiated me because I wasn't able to get initiated with my pledge brothers. Yeah, it was really cool.
So it's after the accident, you were still determined to come back to KU?
Yeah, I told my parents I wanted to come back, and they said no way, not in that short of time. And I was just like, yeah, I'm going back.
And you're like, no way, I'm definitely coming back.
Yeah, I was super bored in the hospital, so.
I bet. And you guys promote a fundraiser called Tom Strong for the 5K. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so Beta Theta Pi, my fraternity, made a race called the Tom Strong 5K. It gives money to people, students at the University of Kansas who have disabilities. I do not get any of the money. So it's a 5K race. And last year we raised $51,000 in 3 months, which is really cool. 800 people ran.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think I was participated last year too, and it was really nice.
Yeah, I barely remember. It was really surreal. So.
That's awesome. So how do you sign up and register for this so we can tell people?
Yeah, of course. This year it's on Sunday, April 23rd at 10 o'clock at Memorial Field, and it is $20 to sign up. You can sign up at the race on Sunday, or you can sign up online ahead of time at tomstrong5k.org.
Okay.
And we're really looking to have more participants than last year. It'd be really cool to see a big turnout this year again.
Awesome. Is there anything else you would like to add or let anyone know?
No, just thank you for the support, and it's great to be back.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for coming on Good Afternoon KU. And don't forget that to register for the race, it's only $20, and to register on, did you say it was Tom?
tomstrong5k.org.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you so much.
Welcome back. I'm Mackie.
And I'm Grace. This is your Good Evening KU News Update. KU elections were set to start today, but after a series of what the Election Commission is calling technical difficulties, it has been postponed to tomorrow and Friday. This year's ballot has 4 coalitions in the Redo Your U proposal that would add a $50 fee per semester to fund a 30-year, $45 million union renovation project. To vote, KU students can access the ballot on the Student Senate website through the KU homepage starting at 6 a.m.
KU junior guard Steve McCulloch declared himself for the summer NBA draft today. He will not hire an agent, though, leaving a path open for a college return if he chooses before the May 24th deadline. In his past season at KU, McCulloch averaged 9.8 points and 3 rebounds. Bill Self said in a statement today that we support Spee 100% with his decision to test.
Following the United Airlines scandal that occurred earlier this week, in which a man was forcefully dragged off a flight, all customers on the flight will receive compensation for the cost of their tickets. Since the video surfaced on social media, United's credibility took a hit, as well as its stock, which lost more than $1 billion immediately after, but has since recovered.
University public safety officers are reminding drivers to put away the distractions and focus on the road after the state of Kansas saw an increase in traffic fatalities for 2016. Kansas saw a 22% increase in vehicle-related deaths from 2016 to 2017. The number of traffic fatalities in the country also increased to a smaller 6% from last year.
Unless you're rolling in it, most of us pause before ordering that $2 side of guacamole at Chipotle. According to a study done by Plate IQ, most restaurant foods are marked up by over 100%, but that guacamole on your Chipotle is marked up by 285%.
When we come back, we will have senior journalism student Scott Chasen here for an interview about his post-graduation plans.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. the University of Kansas. A great place to be you.
Welcome back. I'm here with Scott Chasen, who is a KU journalism senior who will graduate in a few weeks. So 4 years has gone by pretty fast. I guess as you reflect on your time here, what have been some of your favorite memories?
Well, you're absolutely right. It's gone by pretty incredibly fast. You think about, you get to your first couple years and you're just trying to get through every week and get to summer, and by the time you're an upperclassman, it seems like you blink and 5 weeks have gone by and now the end of the year is approaching. So favorite memories, I had a lot of memories at the University of Daly, Kansas, and that's really where I started. And doing things like special sections and staying late for production until midnight and sometimes 1. There's a fun story. When the Royals won the World Series, we were, in production. It was a production night, so the students tore down the goalpost at Memorial Stadium. So we'd go out there to just take some pictures and, see who's there to talk to someone. And it was funny because the police officers see these students walking up and they thought that we had torn the goalpost down. So I told this story before. I went up there and he said, how do you know the goalpost has been torn down? And I showed him a tweet, and it was from a KU sports reporter, saying, quoting a student's tweet. And he said, oh, so this Jesse Newell guy, who's a reporter for the Kansas City Star, he said, so he tore down the goalpost. And I was like, no, not Jesse Newell. But no, there have been plenty of memories, and it's been a great 4 years.
So when you wrote for the Kansan, what did you cover?
I started covering women's basketball, covered men's basketball by the end of the first year, was editor all throughout the next year, and then have been doing men's basketball and football and some other sports like volleyball, women's basketball ever since for the Topeka Capital Journal.
Oh, awesome. Good for you. So what do you want to do after you graduate?
I know I want to be in sports. I've covered just about every different sport. I've written baseball for MLB.com. I've written, I mentioned all the other ones. So I just want to find a job in sports. I love storytelling, and I was kind of talking before this show with some people, but the more and more I cover sports, the part I like about it the most isn't the games. I grew up a fan of sports, so obviously I love that part of it, but I just love talking to the athletes, to the coaches, and getting a sense of what they're going through, what's in their head, not only strategy about the games, but just the things they think about on a regular basis, because there is something to be said that sports isn't the most important thing in the world, obviously. It's not changing anyone's life that dramatically. But people do care about it, and they care about it for a reason. So it's always interesting to go inside those kind of stories. Yeah.
So we have a lot of underclassmen here, of course, and just in general at KU. Do you have any advice for them?
To steal some advice from Omar Sanchez, he's a writer at the University of Daly, Kansas. He said that you live. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not going to say it as good as he did, but just that you should try and get the most out of every day, and that he always tries to think about, if he spends a day and he can go out with friends, and it'll be great, and everyone should have days like that where they go out, they party, they have fun. It's college, you have to enjoy it. But you should live every day thinking, what did I do to make myself better that day? And I know for me, some of the biggest frustration I had as a freshman was I'd go through a week and think, did I get better? Did I get closer to my goals? And the answer was no. And that was something that was incredibly frustrating for me. So by about the point, junior, senior year, especially working at the Capital Journal, I've just tried to approach every day like, if I can get a little bit better at one thing, or knock one thing off my to-do list, or get one step closer, I think that would help me out.
Yeah, that's awesome advice. Wow. Thank you so much for joining us today. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add before we go?
No, just to shout out Cal Butcher behind the scenes. I've known Cal ever since I think high school, and he's smiling through the glass now. He is the best professor in the world, and everyone going to KU should take many classes with him because he's a wonderful human.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you tune in next week for another edition of Good Evening KU. So we are back to give you an update on our Twitter poll, and the results are in. 44% of people think that the Royals will win the World Series within the next 10 years.
So your prediction
yeah,
was
I
correct.
Guess so.
Well done.
I guess so.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us this week. Make sure you tune in next Wednesday for another edition of Good Evening KU.